What is up, guys? So today I'm going to talk about the 5 key items to watch for during 2021 at garage sales, flea markets, auctions, and anything like that. So before we jump into it, please make sure you smash the like button if I provide any value for you today. Also, comment below what your favorite item is to look for at garage sales. So let's just jump into it. Number 1 is Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards are something that is obviously getting much popular recently. It has always had its ups and downs in terms of popularity. Recently though, it has obviously boomed ever since maybe November. The main cards to look for, and I think everyone knows this, is Charizard, right? There's also some other ones, Venusaur, and the list goes on. Anytime you see those holos, try to do your research on them if you know nothing about them, because there could be great profit in even some of the more common ones, depending on what they might be, which generation they are. So if you ever see anything with first edition or anything like that, which is probably pretty rare to find, you definitely want to look into seeing if it has value. And at the end of the day, it's all about research. So go on eBay and check out and learn, and that's kind of how you're going to do it. So Pokemon cards are something that are really hot, and a lot of times, when a mom or a dad or whatever are having a garage sale, they'll go up, in their old kid's bedroom and find all the stuff that they no longer want, and sometimes it'll end up being some of their collectibles, like Pokemon cards. So you could end up getting a really great deal on some very valuable cards. And it's just because, the other people were not knowledgeable about it and you were. So number 2 then is going to be video games. And this is something I've always preached about in terms of what you should always look for at garage sales and flea markets. Video games still are like right up there in the top columns to look for. N64 games, even some Wii games are pretty good. You want to watch for Game Boy games, anything Pokemon or Mario. All those type of things are really profitable. Sometimes with those N64 games, you can get them for a couple of dollars at garage sales. And, if you got like a Super Mario or something like that, you're looking at $20, $30, $40, $50. Zelda, anything along those lines that are really like nostalgia games, those are going to be the ones that you're going to profit most with. And obviously, I would kind of give you a little disclaimer here. Avoid any sports games that are more modern, unless it's like NCAA or something like that. Very rarely do they hold their value or ever go up in value. A lot of times, even let's just say a year or two ago's Madden will be worth maybe 10% of what it retailed at, which is pretty significant, obviously. So moving forward, number 3 is textbooks and calculators. So textbooks, what you're looking for is anything college related and modern. You could also look for high school textbooks, but your real money is going to be in the college. And you definitely want them to still be in use. So the outdated textbooks that are no longer in use tend to be much less of value. But when you can really score is when, let's say, a college student or a parent, again, is having a sale and they just throw the last year's textbooks in the garage sale for a couple bucks and you could score them. The greatest thing about books is you can go on the eBay app, use the scanner code. If you've never used that before, you guys could check out my video on how to post your first item on eBay. Check that out. But regardless, when you go to the search bar at the top on eBay, you could press that little scan button and it will pop up anything that has a barcode. So one way that makes it super simple to scan a ton of books is that. Also, you could do that on the Amazon FBA app, I think, as well. So textbooks are a great thing to source as long as they're modern. Make sure they are still in use. That's a big thing. And I would also add a side note. Other books can be valuable too. I've done very well with like historical books. You just need to know what you're looking at because there's huge difference in price from a first edition to, a reprint, 5 or 6 years later. So really be careful and make sure you're doing your actual due diligence on the product. The next thing is calculators. So calculators can be super valuable. Again, same concept as textbooks. The only thing about calculators is they're not really being updated as much. So, while yes, there's like graphing calculators and more basic forms of that, basically every calculator has a decent amount of value. The really cheap ones, maybe you used in like 6th or 7th or 8th grade, those are worth maybe $20 or $30. And then your better graphing calculators can be up to $100 or even more sometimes. So definitely keep your eye out for those. Sometimes you could get them for $5 or $10 and make a pretty darn good profit. Even the cheaper ones are still worth getting because if you can get them cheap enough, at the end of the day, you're really just going to be able to determine by what do they want for the item. If they have a $2 price tag and it sells for $20, it's a great buy. If if they have a $50 price tag and it sells for 20, it's a terrible buy. So just use basic math there. It's not too complicated. So number 4, and moving on, is sealed products. And what I mean by that, and I'll give you guys an example here, is like this is just batteries. I wouldn't say these would be a great one to sell, but the point is they have a barcode, right? So anything new, generally speaking, in modern day has a barcode. So we're going to use that barcode to figure out what the value of the item is on the spot. So all you do is, again, pop out the eBay app and hit that barcode scanner app, and you could scan things all along. So if there's like, let's say 50 items in the garage sale that have barcodes or are brand new, go scan those things and see what they're selling for. Sometimes you'll be really surprised. And I have before, where I'll scan something and it's like $120 when it doesn't look like it should be that, but because it was so rare and or discontinued, whatever it may be, you could really crush it with that. What you really want to watch for is like healthcare products that are brand new. No, I don't want to say healthcare. I meant like personal care, like lotions, things like that. Some discontinued stuff can be super valuable. Also, you want to watch for like blank media can be really great. Brand new CDs or DVDs or video games. All of those type of things that are brand new can be valuable. But there's all sorts of other things, so definitely keep your eye out for brand new sealed product that you can easily scan. The greatest part is you can swipe an entire garage sale in a few minutes because of the scanning app. Whereas before you would have to go type out everything and go to complete it and do the whole thing. It really cuts your time down in terms of your research. So number 5, and the last item that I would definitely recommend you guys keep an eye out for, and this is something you may or may not see. The best place to check for these is at estate sales, is jewelry. Jewelry can be really great if you know what you're looking for. The biggest thing and the best thing I could tell you guys to do is never spend too much on any given piece. And the reason why I say that is because unless you're an expert and you really know what you're looking at, you don't want to spend half the value if it was gold and expect to sell it because you don't know whether it's fake or real. Again, whenever you get better and better, you can obviously take bigger leaps. But I would say when you're just starting out, try to keep it between $1 and a few dollars maybe for any given piece, even if you believe it's gold, because a lot of times you can get tricked. Even if it's marked 14 karat or 10 karat, they can easily end up not being that. So it's very easy to fake gold and silver. Anyone can stamp 14 karat on something. It doesn't mean that it's gold. So one thing I could tell you guys, a way to detect some fake stuff, is to bring a magnet with you, a pretty decently strong magnet. You could get them on Amazon for like $15. And I would also recommend bringing a loop. And also I have personally a gold testing kit that allows me to test gold on the spot or at my building and to make sure that it is actually authentic. So there's a lot of different ways. You could also, this is a little more expensive, but you can also get a gold testing kit for, like maybe $5 or $10. It's the acid test. You just want to be careful because if it's not gold, it will ruin the jewelry. So just a little disclaimer there. But that's basically all I got for you guys. Again, please smash the like button if I provided any value to you today. Also, check out my previous video on the giveaway we're doing at 3,000 subscribers. That's pretty much it. Comment below what your favorite item is to source at garage sales. I think that some of these right here should be pretty valuable for you coming up in 2021. I think this will be the greatest year ever for garage sales because I think last year no one had them and everybody was pent up in their house during quarantine. So I think moving forward in 2021, this is going to be the best garage selling season and flea market season that we've ever seen. And I'm so excited to get out there, and I'll probably take you guys with me sometime. So stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you like this type of stuff. I will continue to provide valuable content to help you guys make more money and create a nice side hustle for yourself. So that's all I got for you. I'll see you guys next time.